What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Zola, the 4-star striker, the Italian dream up front, explosive on his acceleration type and his preferred right foot, standing at 5'6", with a high medium attacking defensive work rate. So already good start with him. Mainly can only be striker or centre forward, and he's currently at about 530,000 coins. We do have Finesse Shot Plus, which, as we know, if you've used any Son or anybody like a Griezmann in this position already, you know full well the Finesse Shot Plus is a very desirable one for any sort of striker and even winger, to be honest. He does have Dead Ball, Technical Flair, and also Travella as the just the normal play styles. Are they just normal? Yeah, normal play styles and then play style plus. So again, not terrible. Most definitely some interesting ones there, and we will be interested to see in the next week or two after this video's out, as we are apparently getting Centurion icons, and not just Centurion icons, but they're almost junior version, I believe it was, from Trophy Titans last year. So we'll be interested to see where they go with them. In terms of chemistry styles and just natural kind of what you want from this card, he's got decent pace. I'd say that's pretty good. Shooting wise, finishing's at the top of level, got good shot power, positioning looking good, even passing at a very decent level. He's kind of got that multiple position variety from him. He could go into the cam role depending on your strikers, because realistically, if he's got a better finishing or a better shooting than your strikers, I'd probably keep him up top. The only thing that's kind of making me think, could he go on the wing, could he drop back into a cam and use that sort of long shots, is the fact he's 5'6". Going against Virgil, it's going to have to be a lot of left dribble orientated, really, if anything. With obviously the chem style that I've gone for, we are going with the Hunter, just because it keeps him explosive, 93 pace on it. Then we also get the 94 shooting on top. Turns him only into an 87 rated striker, if we see from the top here. But we get a 90 winger, 89 cam, or 90 centre forward. It raises a few questions with him where he should actually be. I believe Hunter is the only shout, really. Engine is the next vote. For me, what's that? 86 agility, 92 balance. Good pace again, bit more passing. Engine would be more if I'm going for that cam. As you can imagine, as we can see, left wing and cam is being upgraded. 85 on the striker. So there is multiple positions he can go with in-game. Unfortunately, only striker or centre forward is the actual positions he can be. So it all depends on what you want from him. I personally like him as the Hunter. We'll keep him up top to start with. We've played a few games with him. It's not necessarily done a great load, as we've been trying to kind of utilize other players at the same time, but we'll see what we can go up striker. Maybe trying him on that left wing. He's right footed, isn't he? So he wants to be cutting in with that Finesse Shot Plus. It could work, so let's have a look. We're going to put him in left striker to hopefully get some of them decent finesses. FC24 is here, and Sky Coach has all your needs covered. From squad battles, champs, qualifications, and even now draft boosting, there is a long list of services they do give, as well as coaching, and also the big one everybody wants in FC24 coins. This service is fast and reliable, and you will get your coins, your boosting services, or obviously coaching in a matter of hours. If you do want to get any of these, make sure you head over to skycoach.gg, go onto the website, and when you go to checkout, make sure that you are using the code JT11 at checkout for your 5% off your orders. And if you'd prefer to do this on mobile, check out the screen right now with the QR code for their mobile app. Looking for the ball for him here. There, oh, I wanted the pass instead. Nearly got it. Can we find it back to him here? Cutting around. This is a problem. When it comes to going up against the defense, I think this guy's got Rudiger. And I don't know if that's Alaba or Tomori there next to him. But in terms of kind of the physical battle, that is where it's going to be lost in a striker sort of role. Being the smaller character, we're so used to someone like a Haaland or someone with just that little bit more physical presence. Zola picking it up. He's got the left stick, as we kind of know. That left stick is going to be an absolute dream going forward. So that's kind of what you've got to be utilising. If you... He's offside, surely. If you really want to kind of make the card work. That's going to be kind of the best friend for him in terms of getting into these positions, holding the ball off. He's going to have that quick stick to be able to kind of get it through there. And Rudiger's in the way again. AI blocking as well as another whole thing, really. Good turn. Got Rudiger chasing. He knows we want that cut in. We've looked for a bit of Son, who's also got that finesse shot plus. And that's kind of the thing, is finding the angles for it. It's all great having the plus, but if you're not going to find the correct angles for it, that's poor defending from me. You're not really going to utilize it in the best way possible. Because, oh, what on earth is that? Over the top for him. Marquinhos is going to beat him to the ball every single time there. There it is. First touch, finds the second. Did we get a penalty? No, maybe not. Sometimes you've always got to ask the question. This game, I must admit, there is a lot of kind of, ooh, nearly getting that. A lot of B challenges that most definitely are resulting in a lot more penalties than we have ever seen in the game. Looking for the little cut in here. This is where the pace really comes in, and that's going to be the penalty. Sure. Are we sure? Getting him on that quick counter. This is the problem. When you got someone like a Virgil stepping up, that's where the physical battle is just non-existent with him. So it's why I'm kind of thinking, that's poor, is maybe the wing could be the option for him. As we know then, yes, he still has to have some sort of physical battle, because naturally he's going to have to come up against people at some point. But going head on to someone like a Virgil, a lot of people have the kind of the top end sort of centre backs now, at least good enough to really manage a lot of the wingers, a lot of the strikers that have that physical presence. If Haaland's not necessarily going through with a body, then what makes somebody who's 5'6" going to be able to do it? Because naturally, that is kind of what we want. There he is. Little turn. Finds the near post, and that's what we want from him. Lovely finishing, and it's the argument that you'll have. He's got the finishing, he's got the pace, and the lovely dribbling. He can get them turns off, so it is utilising him in a better way. It's not just completely running through everybody, which naturally he's not necessarily going to do in this game, especially with how the defenders can really take more of a physical battle than it can with anything else. Like we see there with Haaland, managing to hold on to the ball. We get it straight back to Zola. Look for something, but he's managed to make the tackle. Got it back. We're still onside. Great ball. There's a Zola ball. Oh, okay, maybe not a Zola ball, but that's where it really should have been. Pings it back to him. Look for that near post. Oh, I meant actual goal, not near post. Little one off the run there. That's lovely. Few step overs. Looking for the near. Was hoping we might have been able to kind of go with a cross there. He's going to bring the keeper out. Look for a left foot. Have we got a left foot anywhere there? Dembele will do. He's moved the keeper slightly out, so we'll go a little bit more on the one. Ooh. And always make sure with your set pieces, you're not necessarily just overlooking them and just trying to hit it. Find a tactic that works for you, because most definitely set pieces always make goals. That is naturally what you're always told, and you can win a lot. Aerial plus is absolutely no joke this year. Good link up. Finds the Haaland run. Nice. This is where the kind of strength comes in, and having... Oh, no, it took one too much. Ooh, nasty. This is where having your almost brute striker and pacey striker really works out. It reminds me very much, maybe not brute striker, but kind of like your Crouch and Defoe sort of pairing. One's kind of more taller. Maybe has, I'd even say Defoe probably had more of a physical battle, but in terms of height and natural stature, you're going to have that kind of Crouch Haaland sort of build, and then you got somebody who's a little bit more pacey, obviously Defoe. You've then got the likes of a Zola. You're looking at somebody a little bit more quicker, like a Messi sort of striker, where they're going to need a little bit of physical presence going forward as well. This is where he could win a lot of the battles though. Looking for that inside if we can. He knows we've got the finesse. It's not quite the angle I was looking for, but manages to do the business kind of running through. Great ball into Zola. Looking one for Haaland. That's absolutely stunning. You know, we're just going straight near post. It's an easy one. It's a great assist, and it's a beautiful pairing from the two strikers. There's Zola. Good first touch. Look for the out. Oh, got very lucky. Again with the finesse, trying to maybe get something a little bit too much finesse on it there. Can we go for the outside of the post here? Outside of the post, outside of the box, into Zola. Ooh. Lovely spin. Little one. Little fake. Oh, we did everybody but the keeper. Oh, we've got two people to go against nowadays. This is going to be an interesting one. See what he can do in defense. That's going to be the hard point. I think two players, if they know what they're doing and kind of have that passing routine, that defensive routine just like that, that is atrocious. He's going to go for the power shot. Sometimes you don't always need to, but I do think when you're going against two, if they know what they're doing, it's so difficult this year because there's just so much tactics you can bring to the table that physically you cannot handle versus just one player. Good work from, there we go. Go for the left foot across. Did we get the block? I think Zola got the block there. I was going to bring the keeper out as well. Looking for that. He's left him too much. Never bring the keeper out too much. And like I said, set pieces are amazing in this game. If you can really work them from free kicks to penalties to just even a generic corner, that could be the difference of just a 1-goal lead. The question is, 500k. That's going to be the big debate. Finds the inside nicely. Looking for that double roll. And I've kind of just ran into nowhere there. Should have got the pass off earlier. But in terms of 500k, is he that sort of striker? That's going to be the big question. Can we get the little bit of... Oh, does get the strength on him there, but doesn't get the seconds. I think 500... It's actually not that bad for icon standards. I must admit, icons this year, very expensive at the moment. Naturally, will drop a little bit more as we get further into the game. You got to remember, we're not even like 2-3 months into the game yet, so I'm not expecting them. Could we just put one on the end? No, we can't. I wouldn't expect them to be like 100, 200k by now, because naturally, strikers are very hard to come by still. Good take from Zola. There we go. There's a bit of Haaland. Got the pace. We got. Oh, Trent. No, not a problem. Get the whip. Kim Min-jae is there. Even Kim Min-jae this year, so much better than previous years. Obviously, his 99 was pretty spectacular. Can we? Oh, what? How on earth has Trent taken that? One more to Zola. And there's the finesse shot plus. It's not the finesse shot plus. That's a standard. It only makes it in the box much more effective compared to when you don't have it. Like, as kind of a very basic explanation that sounds, you wouldn't believe how many people don't hit that if they don't even have the finesse shot plus. Or at least a finesse shot. It's absolutely terrifying. The amount of shots I've tried for just a generic finesse and it doesn't go in. And that is, I don't know if that is just naturally how they've programmed the game this year for finesse shot plus and just generic shots, but most definitely it is absolutely scary. Have we got that pace? We should have that pace on him. Look for the across if we can. Get the touch, get the volley. What a save. That's the angle. Needs more power, needs more power. Sometimes I just feel like it feels right and most definitely looks like it should be. That's kind of the perfect angle. Almost like, it's not quite is it a 45, I'd say? I'm not a protractor, but I mean, it's about right in terms of kind of you want to be on the half. So it's almost like you're halfway here, halfway there. And that's kind of the angle that you want for it because it gives it enough whip to kind of go round. Can we find him here? It's like there. That's going to be like the perfect one to kind of get it through. Because if you try it too straight on, it's naturally just not going to go in the whip that you want. And if you're too far facing the kind of corner flag, again, you're not getting the whip round. The whole point is to go in that diagonal, reach around it. You don't want to be hitting the keeper. And I think if you're facing too much of the byline, that's what's going to happen. If you're facing too outwards, again, more than likely it's going to go away from the post, which you've just got to hit that angle. Once you find it, you'll definitely know as you practice and play the game a lot more, it will become more natural to set up the shot. Kind of like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like almost top corner of the analog. That for me is kind of the perfect one if you can get it. And literally, I wouldn't try it too heavily without, unless you're obviously just practicing naturally, then that's fair enough. But if you're well equipped of where it is, don't try and hit it if you're not at that angle, because naturally, a lot more of the time, you're not going to get it in. It's just a 50-50 chance at that point. Can we get the pace on here? Can't quite. Can we get a little through ball? I think that's forcing a bit too much though. Oh, he's giving it us. He's giving it us. Get that cut. It's like there. That's the bad angle. So I've moved myself far too much inwards there. I know the defender's already there, so you wouldn't be able to see it naturally anyway. But that would be not going in. Like, genuinely not going in. You might as well just go for a normal power shot as such. Not even a power, but like, you're just hitting it with being kind of going for that knuckle straight shot. Little one into him. Little one across. Ah, it would have been perfect. The double pass. Oh, Zola's right on the edge there. Haaland. There it is. Beautiful. And that's why you have a bruiser up front with you. Wins the ball back nicely. It's very poor defending. He should have just got it away straight away. As soon as he knew that he was getting it, get rid of it. Ooh, got some nice free kicks on him as well. I wonder. He has got the dead ball. Let's give it a go. We want inside of the foot curl. He's gonna get that, isn't he? Let's give it a go anyway. See if we can go over his head. Maybe not. Over the wall would have been nice. What's mental is the pricing with Zola literally is just going up. So that kind of tells me of an SBC that's coming out that you can get a specific card from and he's not dropping at all. Maybe, yes, he is kind of a harder one to get into the SBC as naturally there is a lot more cheaper options. That is absolutely crazy. Can we find that? Beautiful. Nearly gets the angle keeper out. Ooh, if we had someone a bit taller, might have been able to get that. But the fact that we've got somebody in the SBC and the price even from kind of like the get-go is still rising up, which just tells me how the card is reacting on the market, which is absolutely brilliant to see and kind of gives you that almost feedback of how good he actually is and could be depending on your play styles as we're looking for that pass in the middle to Zola there if we can. Just trying to drag a few players out as naturally you want him to just overcommit a little bit too much there. That's the one. There's Zola with a great run. Finding himself near post. Oh, you saw the keeper drifting away a little bit. As you get closer, you could see easily coming away. Haaland with a header. Beautiful. Manages to get it from the corner again. But it's nice that you can kind of identify them. Near post this year. If you've not tried it or figured out near post, have a try. It's not every single time, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's completely broken, but if you try near post, you'll be pleasantly surprised with how many goals you can actually get from such little angles as well. Good play from him. Can we find a bit of Son in the middle there? Pull it back to Zola. Look for the goal, and Zola makes it too. Do we reckon Zola could sneak one in from here? Do you reckon that's crazy? I think there's a possibility. So what we got? We got a bit of power from him. I reckon the angle's there. I mean, the angle ain't far off. Oh, Zola's there. Look at that. Get that turn. Lovely on the inside, and it's a brilliant save. That, again, is where near post is going to be vital. Oh, has he got that pace? It's the first touch that matters, and I don't know why I went for a fake shot. Absolutely atrocious. That needed to be just a generic first touch, and it got away with it. So going into the overall form then. So in terms of cost, we're looking at about 530 at the moment. Again, it fluctuates massively. We look at the price sales of him. So we've got 525. We go back a little bit. We're looking at 530, 540. So he is very much up and down between like I'd say about 515, 510 maybe at times to up to about 540 at times, which is a massive price. Like, that's a huge price. 570 someone paid for him. And as you can see from the kind of start of, what's that, the 22nd? Or we're on the 24th. So he has jumped up in price since the SBC. So as we see, he's gone up and up and up. Naturally, he's not going to be one that you would have always got from this SBC. You're looking at the lower tier, really. I think Zola comes in at a very high tier with the Torres, the Makalele, the Essien, even a Balak, and a 500,000 coins. The question is he worth it? And it's hard to kind of put him next to Golds because Rashford's going to be just as good as a striker and he's going to be half the price. Naturally, we'll lose value a lot quicker than Zola, and I can imagine that will happen, again, a lot quicker. If we look at strikers and compare them there, because that's kind of normally where I like to go with, we see the top of the top, R9, Pele, Ham, Cruyff, they're all millions upon millions. We see Raul at 870, so a good comparison there. Del P, 770. Then you go a bit further down, you've obviously got your Eto'os, your Drogbas. In terms of his price range, there is very few actually with him, to be fair. You got Rooney at 770, Van Persie at 500, so it's a good comparison between them two. But then it makes it even harder because he's not necessarily your generic striker build. Like I said, he could fit into a cam, could fit into a left wing, a right wing, a striker. Looking at him just generically from a higher sort of standpoint, if you're in Division 1, Division 2, I would say wing cam is going to be the better position. Naturally, as you go up the divisions, the defensive ability of your opponents will get better. That's just normally a fact. Unless they are absolutely like top one in the world for attacking, the defense naturally gets better. So what that means is Zola's got to have a very unique set of skills to be able to get through. Virgil's got to be there. You might even find a Lucio, maybe even a Maldini, a Blanc. Blanc is in everybody's team, it seems. Then you've got a Rejo, Rudiger, Tomori, all very affordable centre-backs that are going to have a much higher chance of a physicality battle with him. So you've got to have that left stick on lock. With him, I would say the left wing's going to be perfect for the right foot cutting. That's going to be great for the finesse shot plus, is exactly why I use Son there. If I have Son up front, he's going to have maybe a bit more of a height advantage in comparison to Zola being 5'6", which I'm hoping is more of a left stick advantage going in and cutting across. That's why I think left wing would have been perfect. If you've already got two very good strikers, maybe you've got a Griezmann, a Rashford, Mbappe, Haaland, Govu, Di Natale. If you've got them sort of strikers, you could afford to bring him back into that middle and have him play the field. Get him the finesse shot outside the box, drag the opponent in, make him work for it. And I think that is some very good positioning things when it comes to Zola. Because naturally, he isn't your tall striker with great physical build, pace, shooting, dribbling, the whole nine. But he does have very good stats across the field. We can see we've got decent pace with a Hunter. Maybe you go with the Engine if you are looking for more of a kind of cam roll or a winger roll, but you go for, say, the Hunter, you get the pace advantage. You have shooting at 98, or finishing at 98. You already have a good amount of passing. Dribbling's there. Composure's a little bit off, but I think it's good enough for right now. Strength-wise, non-existent. Heading, non-existent. So you're already losing a bit of the battle as a striker. So that's my personal take on it. I think left wing would be perfect. Striker in the lower divisions, and then cam in that sort of formation if you are set up to have a cam that is almost a third attacker as such. Overall wise, very happy with him. I think $500,000 is a very good price. If we're looking at the icons, like we said, there's 800 for Raul. I wouldn't necessarily say Raul is incredible, but we're going to give him a try and find out. So hopefully you did enjoy. I'm going to give him a solid 9.5. I think a 10 for a winger, 9.5 to 9 for a striker in the lower divisions. Let me know what you think about Zola, and if you did pack him, make sure you flex it down below, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.